Welcome back, everyone, to Global War 1936, Operation Lone Ranger. This is Kaiser Khan here with you, and just an extra video. Like I was telling you about with the last turn, for Germany's turn, we still have to finish off the creation of Vichy France. And so we already got some of the roundels on the board there. Vichy automatically gets control of southern France and Corsica. But now we're going to have to roll for the rest of this French territory to see if it becomes Free French or if it becomes Vichy France. And we also have to roll for all of these French ships. So we had these ships that were on the board, and then these two ships were in the build queue. So we're going to roll and see if they become Free French, see if they get scuttled, or see if they go to the Axis. And so I've got the rules out here to kind of guide us along as we kind of go through this. This is a part of the German turn after France surrenders. So this is just kind of an extension video from the German turn from last video. And then after this video, we'll get into the CCP and the USSR. All right. So to start out with here, let's roll for these ships, and then we'll do the territories after that. So let's see here. There weren't any ships in port. So French naval units in port in French home country or in enemy captured French land zones. So we don't have to worry about that. So we come down here for all other French naval units that were on the board. A 1 through 3 joins the Free French. It becomes a part of the Allies. 4 through 7, if we roll that, it becomes scuttled and it is removed from the game. 8 through 10 becomes Vichy. And then 11 through 12 becomes Axis. So we're just going to start here with the transports and work our way up here and see how the dice roll. Okay, so we're going to do 2 of these transports and see what we get. All right, I think that's all scuttled. Yep, so both transports are scuttled. All right, we have a torpedo boat destroyer. Let's see who that goes to. That's a 7. I believe that is scuttled. Yep, that's scuttled as well. We have 3 destroyers. And I believe all those are scuttled. No, one joins the Free French. So this will get to stay. We get to pick where we want it to go. I think for now, we'll put it here. Of course, that's dependent on if Northern Algeria becomes a part of Free French territory. So we can move it around after the territories get resolved. But these 2 destroyers here are scuttled. All right, we have a light cruiser. Oh, that becomes German. Interesting. Okay. So we will get the German box out and put a German light cruiser on the board. And the Germans will elect to put him here with this torpedo boat destroyer and destroyer in A11. Okay. All right. Next we have 4 submarines. Let's see. We get 2 Free French submarines. And then I think 1 becomes Vichy and the other one is scuttled. All right. So these submarines will just go here for now. 1 is scuttled and the other one becomes Vichy. So let's get out a Vichy fleet sub. If I can find one. Yeah, there he is. All right, and he will just sit over here and off of southern France. Okay. Next up, we have 2 battleships. This ought to be interesting to see who they go to. This could really help the Germans out if they were somehow to land, I mean, at least one of these. One goes Vichy and one gets scuttled. All right. So let's get a Vichy battleship out. And we'll put him here in M1 as well. Okay. Next up, we have 2 ships that were in the production queue. And I think these are the roles here for the production queue. Yes, for French ships on the build queue, roll a D12. 1 through 7 is scuttled. 8 through 10 goes Vichy. 11 through 12 goes German. So there is no chance for these ships to remain Allied. All right, so let's go for the heavy cruiser. And that will go Vichy. And so we get a Vichy equivalent of that on the build queue. It doesn't automatically get finished, it just gets on the build queue. And so that was a heavy cruiser, which is going to be this guy right here. So he will go into stage 2. Okay. And then we have the battleship to roll for. That is a 6, and that will be scuttled. All right. So that resolves all the French ships. Next, we will do the French territories and divide that up and see who gets what from that. I'm just going to clean up some of these units here real quick. Okay. Let's see. Destroyer. Transports. Heavy cruiser. Usually, not this many units get scuttled when I play this. There's a lot of units that got scuttled this time. Okay. All right, now for the land territories. So we've already put down southern France and Corsica. Vichy gets that every time. You don't even roll for that. So here are the territories that we have to roll for. So let's start out with Southeast Asia here. Anatonkin, Cochinna, Gambier, and New Caledonia. So I guess Gambier and New Caledonia is technically like Oceania. Okay, so Anatonkin. So this is for all of these. We're not rolling them individually. This is for the entire set here. Just one roll. And 1 through 6 is Free French. 7 through 12 is Vichy. All right, so all that becomes Free French. So let's get 4 roundels out and mark those. Whoa, that guy just went sliding right on off the board. Okay. So New Caledonia, Free French. Gambier Islands, Free French. Anatonkin, and these are both worth 1 each, Cochinna and Anatonkin. Okay. Next up is French Somaliland, Madagascar, and Reunion. That's these guys over here. That's a 6, so that will go Free French. So Madagascar, Reunion, French Somaliland. Okay, and then northern, western, and southern Algeria. Let's see who gets this. That is also Free French. Wow. They are racking up. Okay, so that is, double check, northern, western, and southern Algeria. That's another 1 IPP. I think the Free French also get French Guiana and St. Pierre Islands, so we'll go ahead and mark those. And St. Pierre Island, not worth anything, but they do automatically go to them. Okay, and that's right here in the rule book. French Guiana and St. Pierre become Free French. Okay, let's go for Mauritania, French Guiana, French Guinea, French Sudan, and Ivory Coast. That also goes Free French. Jeez, I've never seen it this lopsided before. Man. So Mauritania, French Guinea, French Sudan, and Ivory Coast. And then finally, well, we have more after this, but I don't know why they're not in the rule book. So Dahomey, Niger, Chad, Cameroon, and Obuganwi, Shari, I don't know how to say that. More of these here in Central Africa. And that goes Free French. Man, we're just rolling low. I'm running out of roundels here. This is crazy. Okay. So all these are Free French. I think what we're going to do is mark Northern Algeria as the capital. And because we're out of Free French roundels, we'll just use a regular French roundel to say, hey, that's the capital. Okay. Man, they literally got the Free French literally got everything. That has never happened in the times that I've played this. All right, we still have to roll for Tunisia, French Morocco, and Syria. So let's go from French Morocco first. Ah, finally. Vichy, French Morocco. So Germany will go up 1. They're at 44. Tunisia, an 8. That is also Vichy. Okay, things are going Vichy's way now. That is another 1 IPP for Germany. They're up to 45. And I have to add, I've already added the money for Germany in the off video, so I'm going to have to add this extra IPP to their bank after we're done here. And then Syria is the last one, and that will go Free French. Okay. Okay. So we need to count up how many IPP the French have now. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Cameroon, 6 for Northern Algeria, and 7 for Syria. Let me double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think they're at 6 now. So we can adjust their income to 6. Uh-oh. No, there goes the... There it is. Oh, went under the TV stand. Okay. Goodness, now I forget where they were at. Well, they get 6 total. Doesn't matter. Okay. So the French are at 6 now. The Germans went up by 3, which makes sense because the French, I think, were at 9, and they lost 3. The Germans gained 3. So the math works out. Yippee. Okay. I believe that is all. We do need to give the Germans... well, the Germans only went up 2, I think. Yeah, the Germans only went up 2, so we need to give them 2 IPP in addition to their bank. Okay. because they would collect that at the end of the turn. And technically, it's not the end of the turn yet. All right. Making sure I'm not missing anything here. Okay. I think that is it. Free French really did well there. Now the question is, can they hold it all? Probably not. At least the most important stuff, they probably won't be able to. All right, I think that'll do it. If I've missed anything, I'll just do it off camera and then tell you about it in the next video for the CCP and USSR. But as always, thanks for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Take care.